Honey, what's in the kitchen?
Well, I just got home from a long day and I looked in the kitchen and I have some potatoes, a sweet potato, onion, garlic, mushrooms, bell peppers, asparagus, and tofu. So I'm gonna throw this all together with some spices and roast these vegetables in the oven for one of my favorite simple roasted vegetable meals. So I chopped up all the vegetables and the tofu and threw them into these bowls. It doesn't really matter what size you put them. I did some big chunks because I like them in bigger chunks, and I put them in the. I set the asparagus off to the side because I'm going to add that the last 15 minutes of baking. Next, I'm going to add the spices. So I'm going to add a little bit, like a tablespoon of olive oil, and I always estimate. And you know, if you do too much, that's okay. It doesn't matter. And then I'm going to add some spices. So I'm going to add some rosemary, about a teaspoon of rosemary. And I always put it in my hand. And I know, like the center of my hand, if I just fill it up a little bit, that's a teaspoon. And if it's a little over, a little under, that's okay. I was going to put thyme, but I ran out, so I think I'm going to try dill. It doesn't matter what kind of spices you use. Spices with vegetables, it's always good to just put a lot of spices on. I'm going to put smoked paprika. Smoked paprika tastes good on some vegetables. And I use smoked paprika a lot in my kitchen. And I also need salt and pepper. Some salt, about a teaspoon of salt. Put it in my hand so I don't overdo the salt. I also found this seasoning. Really, any spices that you find in your cupboard are great, and herbs. This is called the 21 season salt seasoning, but really you can use anything. If you have an Italian spice, here's a little more like chili. Throw that on there. All right, then I'm just gonna shake it up so it mix all of that around. All right, and I forgot the lemon. I was gonna put some lemon on there. You don't need it, but you know, I love lemon. And I'm gonna shake that up a little more. And then I'm gonna pour it on this baking sheet. And it's okay if there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot on here, but that's okay. The asparagus that I cut up, I left it long. You can chop it up too, but I'm gonna leave this because this cooks a lot faster. I'm gonna leave this for the last 15 minutes of baking. So here we go into the oven. Right, I set the oven at 425, and so it's ready, and I'm gonna put the vegetables in. I made 2 trays of vegetables. I have a big family and we eat a lot, so I made more. I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes, and at 20 minutes I'm going to stir the vegetables another 20 minutes, and then after that 20 minutes I will put the asparagus on and set it for 15 more minutes. So the timer went off, so I'm going to take the vegetables out. So after 40 minutes I checked the vegetables and they were mostly done, so I put the asparagus on top and put it in for 10 extra minutes because the vegetables were already done. And I think they'll be good. They'll be a little crunchy, but that'll be good. So here's our roasted vegetables and tofu.
And that's what's in the kitchen.
Okay.
That was too much. Let me do it again.